All right, hello my favorite foodies. We are back. Thank you so much for listening to the new and improved The Donna Show. Like I said, we got Natalie Coughlin coming up. She's going to be calling after the next commercial break, 2008 most decorated Olympian of the whole entire Olympics. But right now we are here with Chef Michael Deihl, and his last name is confusing because it's spelled a little weird, but it's Chef Michael Deihl, and he is here representing the ACF, American Culinary Federation, the regional conference that's coming up at the Hilton this upcoming weekend, which you guys can still get a ticket to go to, and he's here to tell us all about that event. How you doing, Chef?
I'm doing great. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fabulous.
What a gorgeous day out, huh?
I know.
And we're inside.
It's supposed to be nice all week, I believe, actually. Yeah. Finally, right?
Absolutely.
I hate the cold weather. All right, so you are here, and I have been thoroughly enjoying my conversation with you off the air because you got here early. Not many people do that. By the way, normally people are coming here at the last second and running in here, and then we're having to go over everything. But you got here, we got to chit-chat for a little bit. You are no stranger to radio, no stranger to TV. You have been all over the board because you've been in this industry for almost 40 years.
Almost 40 years. It's amazing. Still have that driving passion, though, that keeps me going.
Yeah, we were talking about
I don't think I ever want to quit.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A chef.
All right, well, we're here to talk about the event that's coming up this upcoming weekend, a week from today. So can you just tell us a little bit, highlight what this event is about, why it's important, and then after that, tell us what your involvement is.
Sure. The American Culinary Federation has nationally about 20,000 members. We're divided into 4 regions, the West Coast, Central, Northeast, and Southeast. And we get together every year as a group, as a regional conference, for education, training, updates, certification. The American Culinary Federation, I would say, is probably the premier professional chef organization in the country.
Right.
And there's a lot of different ones, but we actually do the certification for testing. So if you're a certified executive chef or a CEC, which a lot of restaurant owners are looking for, that owner knows that there's ownership in there. You've passed your test. You've done your due diligence. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the main things that we do. Also, the most exciting and my favorite part is the competitions. Without questions, hands down. Everybody loves to watch competitions on television.
This is a whole weekend of competitions. Student competitions, team culinary competitions, and even professional chef competitions.
And pastry chefs.
And pastry chef competitions.
The most amazing food you'll ever see in your life. And this, I'm very serious about this. It takes a long time to practice. Last year from Cherokee Club here in Atlanta, Daniel Gorman, who was our junior chef of the year, did 45 run-throughs of practice before he competed. And that 45? Was for the national championship. And what's exciting is the winner of the regional this year in each one of those categories will be in Dallas for the national convention. And you think about it, we have the 4 top winners of all regions coming together, and that is a show. We're going to get you to Dallas.
Yes, you will.
One way or the other. I'll make sure it happens. You need to be there.
That would be fantastic.
It's just so exciting. The education is really important because our industry is changing so rapidly. Just even the equipment in itself, the laws, health. Food safety is the #1 issue in our country right now. So we get to go and learn and be updated.
Because these are what the workshops are about.
Workshops, demo, and for Atlanta, close friends of mine have agreed to come in. Kevin Rathbun's doing demos.
Okay.
Tom from Tomo, you talk about restaurants.
I read about him.
My favorite restaurant in Atlanta. I think he's one of the best chefs I've ever seen.
Sushi chef, right?
Yes, phenomenal, and he does regular Japanese cuisine. Linton Hopkins is going to be there.
I was going to talk about that. You jumped ahead of me.
Oh, sorry. I get so excited, like you.
I know you do.
It's just going to be absolutely incredible. The best part about it is when we work as professionals, I don't care what your industry is, you tend to be locked in a box at times, because your day is so busy.
Right.
If you don't go out and seek knowledge, if you don't go out and seek education on your own, you're going to be passed up. So the American Culinary Federation provides the conferences regionally for us as professional chefs to come in and sort of get that little refresh pushed. And when I leave the conference every year, I'm like, I get in my kitchen and I know my guys and girls are going, oh God, chef's back from the conference.
Here comes a whole new menu. Here comes all these new techniques.
But it is fantastic, and please come out. Please, it's just amazing to watch.
And I'm going to be there, by the way. I will be there. I have a booth. I was going to try and do my show live from the event, but unfortunately that didn't work out due to equipment. But I am still going to be there. Now, some of the examples of classes that you can take were really fascinating. Now, these classes, they're not, or the workshops, they are not just for the people competing. That is to the general public, right? They can pay to take these workshops.
Yes, the general public can come in, and also it's for the chef accreditation. We have to get so many points per year for our certification. So we get certain points for certain hours that you are in education.
Well, some of the classes that you guys listening out there can go and take or just watch some of the competitions. You have a workshop called World of Flavors. What I would love to watch, we need to make a point to be there, Jennifer, over on the wall, the Culinary Knowledge Bowl. Because it's a big game competition like Jeopardy!
Jeopardy for culinary students. And
fun!
When you see the knowledge that they have, I leave there and I'm like, I better go study. They are unbelievable. It is fun and it's exciting.
That's the one I want to watch, the big Jeopardy style Culinary Knowledge Bowl. That sounds so much fun. You have workshops of grains, fibers, a gluten intolerance workshop, regional cuisine of Italy. That sounds good. Vegetarian diets, cheese and beer pairing. Cheese and beer. Now, normally you hear cheese and wine, but right now, I mean, it's been a trend for a while, pairing beer and cheese.
There's so many microbreweries going on and artesian dairies that they're just naturally fitting and coming together. It's amazing. Right. It's really, really good. It's just another example of if you stayed in your kitchen, worked all day, did not seek knowledge, you'd not be able to gather and say, oh, man, I can do a beer and cheese dinner.
Right. Are any of these classes hands-on?
Some of them are.
Okay, so you just have to figure it out.
I'm not familiar with the entire schedule yet.
Right.
I just circulate in the crowd and figure out what I'm going to do.
Let's see. There's even a couple workshops, you guys, just a couple more to throw out there. The Scoop on Sodium, Origins of German Cuisine, and then, of course, plating, presentation. Everybody would probably like that one. And then, like I mentioned, you have all these different competitions. So you have, well, first of all, you have a huge awards gala at the end of the entire conference weekend, right?
Yeah. That
is probably some very impressive stuff.
That's when they announce the winners. So people wait for 3 and 4 days to find out how they did. And that's pretty funny.
They don't know?
No, watching them walk around the trade show or the conference.
Having
and
no
you're looking
idea.
at and you're looking at them and you're like, oh, dude, you did great. You know? But they don't know until, and it's announced in front of everybody at the awards game.
Man.
Huge screens.
Talk about pressure.
It is.
Now, what is the youngest that somebody can register and be on one of these student teams?
18.
18 is the youngest you can go? Okay, so it's not high school teams then. You're talking...
High school is the Pro Start program, and we do that through the HEFG, the Hospitality Education Foundation of Georgia.
I'm familiar with that,
and I've coached the Pro Start team. I took the first all-girl team to nationals 5 years ago.
You did?
What a trip.
Literally, probably. Now, speaking of which, let's jump over to you, because I want to talk about what exactly is your involvement for this event next weekend. What are you going to be doing? Are you judging?
No, I'm the chairman of the board of the Atlanta Chefs Association, the American Culinary Federation Greater Atlanta chapter, which we are one of the largest in the whole country. I am the liaison to the national office. So pretty much kind of hooking up, making sure all the local talent, all the connections in Atlanta, we reach out because our headquarters is in St. Augustine.
Did you say something about local talent?
Local talent. That's why you're coming. That's exactly why you're coming.
Keep going. I didn't mean to throw that in there.
Oh, that's all right. So I'm helping the office and working with the Atlanta chapter, sort of putting all the committees together, just making sure it runs right, and trying to get my educational seminars in the middle of all this. It's going to be a long
I was going to say,
weekend.
Are you actually teaching any of the workshops?
Well, I have in the past, but I'm not this time because I have to do all the other stuff.
Okay.
And, it's just a busy weekend.
My eyes are watering. Well, talk about some of the awards that you were given through the ACF. Impressive. And in case you can't remember them, I have a list in front of me.
Yeah, you're probably better at that. It's not my favorite
I'll
thing.
tell you what your awards are, Chef.
There you go.
You won in hot food, cold food, ice carving. You were the chapter chef of the year, humanitarian of the year, Atlanta chef of the year, chairman of the board. Let's talk about this. We only have a couple minutes. You were the co-founder of the Operations Chef Unite.
A phenomenal program where we feed the soldiers. They approached us 7 years ago when I was president of the chapter.
So guys, I hope you're listening. Turn up your volume for just 1 second.
And we were asked to make some sandwiches. Chef Howard Cooper and Rusty Sigmund and the USO Mary Lou Austin, we kind of got together and they said we need some sandwiches. So we figured out 6 months and we were over. 7 years later, We surpassed 1 million soldiers we fed. We do 13 buffets a year. I personally do Christmas every Christmas morning. I do that.
Wow.
We provide sandwiches 5 days a week. It's a very humbling experience, and we're trying to take this nationwide. I've talked with Miami and San Diego airports in conjunction with the USO. So we're hoping to spread the goodwill. These kids are phenomenal, and they love good food.
Yeah, I can
like
imagine.
American food. It's really neat. You get to make bologna and cheese sandwiches, fried chicken, hot dogs on 4th of July, barbecue, turkey on Thanksgiving.
They're loving it.
Yeah, it's really neat.
That is amazing. Now, you can go, you guys out there listening, you can get all the information and then some at www.acfchefs.com.
.org.
There
and
you
if you
go.
want to get
There it
Atlanta
is.
information, www.acfatlantichefs.org.
Perfect. Okay, and so I'm also going to probably have a link up to that on my website as well, in case you guys can't remember and you just need a refresher. Go to thedonnashow.com. We'll have that up as well. I'd like to get the logo for the event and be able to put all that link
We'll
up
take care of
so
that
that
for
they
you.
can
I'll make
go
sure
there
you
and check it
get
out.
that.
And make sure you go and be a part of this event. I'm going to be there. I have a booth. There's a trade show going on. Again, all these competitions, the workshops, the seminars, the demos. It's awesome. You want to be a part of it, especially if you are a foodie, because talk about from a networking standpoint.
Casino night.
And I have forgotten one last thing.
The last thing, which is we're raising money to feed those soldiers and to
There we
help the
go.
kids in Atlanta, the TOTS program, educating the kids who really need it. Saturday night, the 19th, 6:30 to 10 o'clock, casino night in one of the big ballrooms at the Hilton. It's only $10 food, and you get a little bit of chips to start your gambling. So we want you to gamble a lot, eat a lot, and put money into the coffer so we can help feed the kids and the soldiers here in Atlanta.
Gamble and eat for a good cause. You had me at hello.
$10.
All right, $10. That's all it is. Again, www.acfchefs.org or www.acfatlantichefs.org. Go check it out. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. It was a real pleasure.
I would
Real
like to have
pleasure.
you back again.
Anytime.
Wonderful. All right, do not touch that dial. As soon as we come back, celebrity interview coming up next.